Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah,
You know, we love to get into the nitty-gritty
we do.
of really fascinating topics.
Absolutely.
And I think we found a really good one for today.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one.
The surprising truth about millionaires.
Ooh,
Now,
millionaires.
we've got a whole stack of book reviews and blog posts
Wow.
that are all based on or are all dissecting this book, The Millionaire Next Door,
Right.
which, some of our listeners might have already read.
I'm sure.
But I think it's been around long enough now
It's a classic.
that it's worth revisiting,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially because it's based on decades of research.
Right.
So
Not just like a,
it's not just some guy's opinion.
fly-by-night kind of thing.
Right.
Decades of research into the habits of American millionaires.
Yeah. And what I think is so cool about the sources that we've got for this deep dive is
Right.
that we've got insights from all different kinds of people.
Yeah.
So we've got like a financial advisor.
Right. A financial expert.
We've got a doctor.
Uh-huh.
We've even got a photographer.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we're really getting
really interesting
really diverse.
to see how these principles play out.
Yeah, how these ideas, how they play out in
Yeah.
all these different walks of
It's like
life.
their professions, yeah.
Yeah, so
Total.
before we get into it,
Okay.
I think it would be helpful to kind of lay out what our mission is here.
Okay.
So
What are we hoping to uncover?
what are we hoping to uncover in this deep dive?
Yeah, I think the goal is to kind of bust some of those flashy millionaire myths
Yeah,
that we see in the movies.
right. I'm thinking like
And really get down to
Wolf Wall Street.
exactly, yeah, the nitty-gritty of how everyday people
Yeah,
build wealth,
right.
regardless of, their background.
It doesn't matter where you came from.
Exactly, or your profession.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Doesn't matter, you do
You know you can become a millionaire.
You can.
So let's just start by shattering that kind of champagne-soaked image of a millionaire.
Right.
When you hear the word millionaire,
Yeah.
what comes to mind?
Oh, man.
I mean, for me,
Mansions,
Yeah.
yachts,
like driving a Ferrari,
endless shopping sprees.
private jets,
Exactly, like
those
just
lavish lifestyles.
those over the top. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can possibly imagine.
Right.
But according to this book,
Yeah.
The Millionaire Next Door,
Yeah.
the reality is
Totally different.
like shockingly different.
Yeah. Shockingly different.
These people aren't living in opulent estates.
Right.
They're more likely to be found in like
Middle class neighborhood.
a normal middle-class neighborhood.
Yeah. Just driving like a
Yeah.
older car.
You would never know.
Yeah. You wouldn't even recognize them on the street probably.
Right.
If they're staying right next to you, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I have no idea that this person
You just think they were like a normal everyday
is worth millions of dollars.
person.
Yeah.
And there's this great anecdote from
Yeah.
this photographer,
Uh-huh.
Nikki Closer's blog,
Okay.
where she's talking about this fancy event she went to for Decamillionaires.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like one of them specifically requested a Budweiser
Oh, that's great.
over like all...
The really pricey Italian wines.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
That's amazing.
So
It just goes to show you, though, like,
yeah,
it's not about
it really does like dispel this myth.
the outward appearances, right?
Yeah.
It's more about that inner confidence.
Yeah, it's like being comfortable in your own skin,
Absolutely.
not needing to prove anything to anybody.
Right. Like you said, it's not about being cheap,
Right. It's not about being cheap.
but it's about
It's about being intentional.
being intentional.
And I think that's one of the
Anyways.
central arguments of this book.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Building assets and living below your means
Yeah.
is more important than chasing all these status symbols.
Right. It challenges that idea that you need to live this lavish lifestyle
Right.
to be wealthy.
Just because you make a lot of money
Right.
doesn't mean you're wealthy.
doesn't mean you're wealthy at all.
Because you could be spending it all.
You can be spending it all every month
Yeah.
and have nothing to show for it.
Yeah. And be living paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's something that a lot of people fall into the trap of.
Yeah.
They think, oh, if I just make this much money,
Yeah.
then I'll be set.
Then I'll have made it.
But it's not about that.
Hmm.
It's about what you do with the money.
Right.
It's about saving it,
Yeah.
investing it.
So think about your own spending habits.
Right.
You know, like, are you spending money on things that you actually really value?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Are you just trying to keep up with the Joneses?
Yeah. Are you trying to impress other people?
Yeah, or like,
Are you buying things?
what's going to look good on Instagram?
Yeah. Just for the gram.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's so easy to fall into that trap.
It is.
So especially
in today's world.
in today's world,
Yeah.
social media.
Social media
It's so easy to get caught up in that.
constantly bombarding us with images of,
Yeah. like everybody's perfect life.
Perfect lives.
Right. And like
Everybody's
everybody's
so pure.
vacation and
Yeah.
everybody's like
Nobody's posting their struggle.
fancy dinner. And like,
Right.
well,
Nobody's posting, the behind the scenes
yeah,
of what it took to get there.
I need that too.
Right.
Right.
It's all about the highlight reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that brings us to like,
Yeah.
this is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, the book identifies 7 key traits
Ooh.
of millionaires.
7.
And these are kind of like
Okay.
the common threads that we see in the lives of these self-made millionaires.
So think of them as like the building blocks
Okay.
for building lasting wealth.
Right, so what's the first one?
Okay, so the first one,
Lay it on me.
living below your means.
Okay, so we kind of already talked about this
We did touch on it.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but let's dive in a little bit deeper.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just about spending less.
Right.
It's about understanding the difference between needs and wants,
Ooh, I like that.
right? So do you need that fancy coffee every morning?
Right.
Or do you want
Yeah.
that money be better used elsewhere,
Yeah.
like investing or paying down debt?
Ooh, paying down debt. That's a good one.
Yeah,
So it's really about making conscious choices with your money.
it is.
Right.
It's about being mindful of where your money is going
Yeah. And I think
and making sure that,
Becky Closer,
yeah,
the photographer who we mentioned earlier,
right.
her experience is a really good example of this.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
She talks about how she trimmed a lot of like unnecessary expenses
Okay.
from her photography business.
Interesting.
And by doing that, she saw this like
Uh-huh.
significant boost
Wow.
in her profitability.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's not like,
She's not sacrificing quality.
She didn't compromise the quality of her work.
Right. She just found ways to be more efficient.
Yeah.
We were spending.
She even talks about how she downsized her studio
Oh, wow.
and like streamlined her client wardrobe.
Oh, okay.
So like
So she's like,
she had all these clothes for her clients to wear and she's like
for the shoots.
yeah, for the photo shoots, and she was just like, I don't need all this stuff. You
Yeah.
know, I can
make do with less.
make do with less.
Yeah.
And
Still create
still produce beautiful work.
beautiful, high quality work. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not about like deprivation.
Right.
It's about being smart.
It's about making your money work smarter,
Yeah.
not harder.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Make your money work smarter, not harder.
Absolutely.
And speaking of making the most of your resources,
Yes.
that brings us to
This is a good one.
trait number 2.
Number 2.
Allocating your time, your energy, and your money effectively.
Oh,
This is where we start to see like,
yeah. We start to see the bigger picture.
yeah,
It's not just about what you earn.
Right.
It's about how you manage it.
right.
It's about, where you're putting your focus.
Yeah, like where's your attention going?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are you putting your effort?
Yeah, are you
Investing
Same.
not just your money, but your focus,
Yeah.
your effort.
Yeah, are you spending time doing things that are actually going to move the needle?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are they helping you build wealth?
Yeah.
Or are they just distractions?
Right. And this financial advisor from Finax,
Okay.
he emphasizes the power of investing early.
Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah.
Investing early and consistently,
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
regardless of how much you're starting with.
Yeah, even if you can only invest like $50 a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about playing the long game.
Yeah.
You know,
It's about time in the market.
time is your biggest asset when it comes to building wealth.
Timing the market.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's letting the magic of compounding
Yes. Compounding is key.
do its thing.
Compounding is your best friend when it comes to building wealth.
Yeah.
It's like,
And this is something that, like, we all learned about in school,
you did.
but I don't think it really, like, clicked for me.
It didn't really click for me either until later in life.
Yeah, till, like, much later.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a powerful force.
it's about shifting your mindset
Yeah.
from instant gratification
Yes.
to delayed gratification,
Yeah, that's a good one.
which I think
It's a tough one.
it is tough,
It is.
especially in today's world, especially today with, like, everything being so instant.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you can get anything you want
You can get anything you want,
delivered to your door in, like, 2 days.
like immediately.
Yeah, instant gratification everywhere you turn.
Yeah, but when it comes to building wealth,
When it comes to building wealth,
patience is key.
patience is key. You got to play the long game.
Yeah.
You've got to be willing to delay that gratification.
All right. So we've got living below your means.
Yep.
We've got allocating resources wisely.
Allocating your time,
Yeah,
your energy, your money.
that's next.
All right, number 3. This is where we start to challenge some
No,
deeply ingrained beliefs about wealth.
I love a good challenge.
All right, so this one is prioritizing financial independence over social status.
Ooh.
So
Oh, I like that.
it's not about keeping up with the Joneses. It's
Yeah.
not about,
You do you.
yeah, you do you. It's about being financially secure,
Yeah.
regardless of what other people think.
And there's this great story in the Healthy GP blog
Oh, yeah, what's that one?
about these two doctors,
Oh.
and they both make
Right.
like really good money.
Okay, high income.
Yeah, high income, but they have
Okay.
totally different
Totally different.
financial outcomes.
Outcomes, interesting.
And it's because one of them was like
Okay,
super meticulous about budgeting
Wow.
and investing,
smart.
and the other one was just kind of like,
Just assumed
yeah, I'm a doctor.
that because I have a high income,
I'm good.
that I'm automatically wealthy.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case.
And guess what?
What happened?
He was not good.
He wasn't good.
He ended up
In a lot of debt.
at
perhaps
a lot
double
of
bucket.
debt. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
that's
that,
like,
that story perfectly illustrates
it's a perfect example.
the danger of equating a high salary
Right.
with financial security.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money,
You can make a ton of money,
but if you don't know how to manage it,
but if you don't know what to do with it,
yeah,
it's not going to do you any good.
you're not going to be any better off.
You're going to end up in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So it really is about those choices that you make.
It's about the choices you make day in and day out.
Yeah.
It's about being intentional with your spending,
It's about being disciplined.
being disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
about having a plan.
All right. So we've got
Okay.
living below your means,
Yeah.
allocating resources wisely,
Uh-huh.
prioritizing financial independence over social status.
That's a big one.
And number 4,
number 4.
economic self-sufficiency.
Oh.
Now, this one's interesting
This is an interesting one.
because it applies to both yourself
Yes.
and
Your adult children.
your adult children.
Yeah.
So this is where we get into like
We get into some generational
generational wealth.
wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about building a legacy
Yeah.
of financial responsibility
And not just like
and passing down.
leaving your kids a bunch of money.
Right. It's not
Yeah.
just about giving them a handout.
Yeah. It's about teaching them.
It's about teaching them how to fish,
Yeah.
not just giving them the fish.
Give a man a fish he eats for a day.
Exactly.
Teach a man to fish he eats for a lifetime.
That's right.
All right. So
yeah, I think some of them
now this is where the book gets a little bit
outdated.
no data.
Yeah.
Some of the views.
Some of the views on this topic might feel a little bit,
old fashioned.
old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Especially
in today's world.
the perspective on women and money.
Right.
But I think the core message of
The core message is still relevant.
yeah,
It's about being independent,
yeah,
taking ownership of your financial journey.
yeah, and not relying on,
Right.
a handout
Handouts from your parents
Yeah.
or anybody else.
or the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so that's number 4.
Number 4, economic self-sufficiency.
All right, number 5.
5.
Let's shift gears a bit and talk about being adept at spotting
Ooh.
and leveraging market opportunities.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah.
So we're talking about
This is where we tap into that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
That drive to find solutions
Yeah.
and capitalize on emerging trends.
Oh, so this is like that whole
Yeah.
find your niche.
Find your niche.
and then become the expert.
and that area.
Really go all in on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like be the best
Be the best at what you do.
at whatever it is you do.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the money will follow.
Yeah. And the book review on Subscribe Library Portfolio, Subscribe newsletter about a Z.
Okay.
They really emphasize that, like finding your niche thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So that's 5.
Okay.
Spotting and leveraging market opportunities.
Yeah.
Number 6.
yeah.
6, this one can be a little tricky. It's all about occupation.
occupation.
Yeah, so the job that you choose can have a big impact on your ability to build wealth.
Oh. So
Shoot, for example,
some jobs are just
some jobs are just,
better set up for building wealth.
they have higher earning potential.
Yeah.
They have more opportunities for advancement.
Yeah.
They might have better benefits,
Yeah.
things like that.
So doctors, lawyers,
Yeah, doctors, lawyers, big business owners.
high finance people.
Yeah, those are typically
Different too.
the occupations that are
Yeah.
associated with
Have an easier time building wealth.
higher levels of wealth. Yeah,
I mean,
but I will
okay,
say,
it's not always the case.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the veterinarian
Right.
who wrote the Richer Life DVM blog,
Yes.
He brings up a really good point about this.
Yeah, she talks about
He's like,
the burden of student loan debt
yeah.
on a vet's path to wealth.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you go to school for like
You're coming out of school
1,000,000 years.
with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get paid like
And then you're not making
right.
you're not making a ton of money. So it's like
It's tough
it's tough to
dig yourself out of that hole.
dig yourself out of that hole, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But the book also emphasizes the importance of the business owner's character.
Yeah, like your hustle.
Right. Resilience.
Yeah.
Adaptability.
Like your grit.
That entrepreneurial hustle.
Yeah.
Like you said, that can often compensate
Yeah.
for a less than ideal
And can overcome
financial starting point.
a lot if
Yeah.
you've got the right mindset.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's not just about the job itself.
Yeah, it's not just about the title.
It's about how you approach it.
Yeah.
It's about the value that you bring.
Yeah.
And your ability to adapt to changing circumstances.
Right. Yeah.
So we got 6.
6.
And finally, we get to number 7.
7.
This one might raise a few eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's about choosing the right partner.
Ooh.
So this is about finding someone who shares similar
This is like your ride or die
Yeah.
when it comes to finances.
financial values and goals.
Okay.
So
you're on the same page.
you're on the same page.
Yeah.
You're working together.
You're not fighting about money all the time.
You're not constantly butting heads
Yeah.
about, how to spend money, how to save money,
Yeah.
how to invest money.
Okay. So
For sure.
before we get into this,
Yeah.
I think it's important to acknowledge.
It is important to acknowledge
Yeah.
that the book's views on this topic
Yeah. This is another one where
might feel a little outdated.
it's a little outdated.
Yeah, especially its perspective on women and money.
Right. Like
The roles of men and women
Yeah. The roles of men and women
have changed quite a bit
have evolved quite a bit
since this book was written.
since the 80s or whenever this book was written.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I think it's important to
I think it's important to view those sections
yeah,
within the context
within the context of like
of the social norms
Yeah,
at the time.
at times,
Yeah.
However,
However,
I still think the core message,
the core message is still relevant,
yeah,
which is
that
you
it's really helpful if you
if you can find someone
and your partner are on the same page.
who complements your
Yeah.
financial habits
Yeah.
and
That got
supports
your back.
your journey towards building wealth
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, you're a team.
You're a team. You're in this together.
You're not working against each other.
You're not fighting each other.
Yeah.
You're working towards a common goal.
It's about teamwork,
Teamwork.
communication,
Communication is key.
and like a shared vision.
Shared vision for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Right.
we've busted some myths about millionaires.
We have.
We've explored the 7 key traits.
Oh.
7 key traits
That set them apart.
that set them apart from the average Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
So now let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
How do millionaires
How do they actually
invest their money?
invest their money? What are their secrets?
Spill the beans.
Yeah.
Give me the goods.
Okay, so, well, it's a lot less glamorous
Okay.
than you might think.
Okay.
You see all these shows on TV about
Right.
Wall Street and day trading.
Yeah.
And all this
Fast money.
fast money.
Get rich quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reality is
Yeah.
millionaires don't really invest that way.
Oh, so they're not like constantly
They're not sitting there,
refreshing stock tickers.
glued to their computer screen,
Yeah.
watching every little fluctuation
Yeah.
in the market.
They're not like obsessing over it
They're not.
every second.
They're not day trading.
Yeah.
They're not trying to time the market. They're
Oh.
taking a much more long-term approach. They're in it for the long haul.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
the
The book actually highlights
yeah.
that millionaires are incredibly consistent
Okay.
with their investments.
So they're like,
They typically allocate
Yeah.
around 20% of their income
okay,
towards building wealth.
okay,
And here's a statistic that really blew my mind.
okay,
42% of the millionaires
okay.
in the book's study
Yeah.
made absolutely no trades
Wow.
in the year.
So they just
Before being interviewed,
let it sit.
they let their investments sit.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know.
That really goes against
It's counterintuitive.
everything that we're told
Right.
about investing.
We're always told,
Yeah.
you got to be active.
Yeah, you
You
got
got to
to
be,
be on top of it.
buying and selling and,
Yeah.
making moves.
Yeah.
But
Buy low, sell high.
yeah, that's not what millionaires do.
Huh.
They buy and they hold.
Yeah.
They're in it for the long game.
Yeah.
So if they're not chasing short-term gains,
Yeah.
where are they putting their money?
Good question.
Yeah, what does a typical
What does a millionaire's portfolio look like?
portfolio look like? So they're building diversified portfolios
Okay.
that are designed to weather market storms.
Okay.
So they understand that wealth is built gradually
Okay.
through disciplined investing
Uh-huh.
and allowing their assets to grow over time.
Okay.
So we're talking about things like index funds,
Yeah.
which offer broad market exposure,
Uh-huh.
a balanced mix of stocks and bonds
Okay.
based on their risk tolerance
Uh-huh.
and time horizon.
Okay.
It's about spreading your risk.
Right.
It's not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Don't put all your eggs in one
Why put
basket.
all your eggs in one basket?
That's like investing 101.
Yeah, that's like classic investing advice.
Yeah, and it's true.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to
bet the farm on anyone.
on any one stock
thing.
or any one sector.
Yeah. You want to diversify.
You want to spread it around.
Yeah, spread the risk.
So it sounds like
it sounds like
they're playing the long game.
playing the long game.
Yeah.
Focusing on slow and steady growth rather than trying to get rich quick.
Yeah. And this all ties back.
This all ties back to those
Absolutely
key
everything.
traits we were talking about.
Yeah.
Living below your means allows you to free up more money
Right.
to invest,
Okay.
and allocating your resources effectively
Huh?
means choosing investments
Yeah.
that align with your long-term goals.
Okay.
So it's all connected.
Yeah, it's all coming
So
together.
it's all part of the same
Full circle.
Yeah, big picture. So we've
We've
debunked
covered a lot of ground.
those pesky myths
We've busted those moves.
about millionaires. We've
They've explored those 7 key traits.
Yeah, 7 key traits.
Yeah.
And we've even gotten a glimpse into, like
Their investing strategies.
their investing habits.
Yeah.
So
What does it all mean?
what does it all mean?
For our listeners.
Yeah, what are the key takeaways
Yeah.
that our listeners can actually apply
Yeah, what can they take away
in their own lives?
from this?
Yeah.
So I think the most important message
Okay.
is that building wealth isn't some exclusive club
Right.
reserved for the elite.
Yeah, it's not just for like
It's not just for like
a lucky few.
the trust fund babies
Yeah.
or the people who are born into wealth.
Yeah.
It's about making conscious choices,
Right.
adopting a mindset
Yeah.
of financial responsibility,
Okay.
and understanding that the path to financial independence
Yeah.
is a marathon, not a sprint.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah.
It's about
Slow and steady
slow and steady
wins the race.
wins the race.
Yeah.
It's about consistency.
Yeah.
It's about discipline. It's about making those choices day in and day out
Yeah.
that will compound over time
Yeah.
and lead to lasting wealth.
So it all starts with that foundation.
It does.
Oh.
Mindful spending.
Yeah.
Living below your means.
Right, which we talked about earlier.
Like we talked about.
It's not about deprivation.
It's about being intentional with your money,
Yeah.
aligning your spending with your values.
Yeah. So
before you start,
yeah.
you
What's important to you?
worrying about investing and all that stuff,
Like, what do you?
you got to get your spending under
Yeah.
control.
What do you actually care about?
Yeah.
What are your values?
We got to understand the
If you
difference
want to,
between
make sure your spending is
needs and wants.
aligned with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure that your
Okay.
outgoings
Okay.
don't exceed your income.
Ooh. First step,
First step,
get your spending in check.
get your spending under control.
Yeah.
Track where your money's going.
Okay. And then
Once you've got that solid
if you have that foundation,
Yeah.
then you can start thinking about
then we start talking about investing.
how to allocate your resources effectively,
Yeah.
which includes
Wrap it up.
investing for the long term.
Okay. So
Embrace
long-term investing.
long-term investing.
Have the patience.
Have the patience.
So let your investments grow.
Let it grow and
Don't-
don't get caught up.
Don't get distracted
Get
by all the
That's
headlines.
the latest market trends.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
we've all seen those headlines.
Promising.
Guaranteed returns.
The leverage.
Get rich. Quick schemes.
The next big
The
thing.
next big thing.
But remember,
yeah.
if it sounds too good to be true,
Yeah, it probably is.
it probably is.
Too good to be true.
Millionaires don't fall for those traps.
Right.
They stick to their plan.
Yeah.
And they trust the process.
Oof.
They know that wealth is built gradually.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
And
Slow and steady.
slow and steady
Wins the race.
wins the race.
All right.
And speaking of plans,
Yeah.
one of the most crucial takeaways
Okay.
from all of this
Yeah.
is that aligning your financial goals
Yeah.
with your values
Why?
is essential for long-term success.
I like that.
So-
So it's not just about
It's not just about
The money.
accumulating money
Yeah.
for the sake of it.
It's about, like, what
It's about using your money
are you trying to do?
as a tool
Yeah.
to build the life.
With your life.
You want a life that's both fulfilling
Right.
and financially secure.
What kind of life do you
Yeah. So figure out what
Yeah.
truly matters to you.
Yeah.
What kind of life
What do you want to do?
do you want to create
Yeah.
for yourself
Yeah.
and your loved ones? And then make sure
That's important.
that your financial decisions
Yeah.
are in line
Yeah.
with those aspirations.
Okay.
So,
So before we wrap up
okay.
this incredible deep dive.
Yeah, this has been a great conversation.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this.
I want to leave our listeners with something to ponder.
Ooh, I love that. A little food for thought.
As they continue
Yeah.
their own journeys.
On their own towards financial freedom.
Financial journeys. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Lay it on me.
If you could pick just one
One.
of the millionaire traits
Okay.
we've discussed today,
Right.
the one that resonated
That resonated the most.
with you the most,
Yeah.
which one would it be
Oh,
and why?
that's a good question.
Yeah,
It really makes you think
it does.
about which of these
Yeah.
habits and mindsets
Yeah.
would be most impactful
Yeah.
in your own life.
Yeah.
And remember,
Yeah.
you don't have to limit yourself to just
These traits often work together,
yeah.
building on each other
Yeah, one leads to the other.
to create a powerful framework
Yeah.
for building wealth.
It's like a snowball effect.
It is.
Yeah. So
It's about finding the combination
finding the right combination
that works for you,
for you,
your unique circumstances,
your unique situation,
and your goals.
and your goals.
Yeah.
So we've given you the blueprint.
We've laid out the framework.
Now it's time to start building.
Yeah, take this information and run with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For those of you
Go ahead.
who are eager to delve deeper
Yeah. If you want to learn more,
into this fascinating world, I
Yeah.
highly recommend
go check out the book.
checking out The Millionaire Next Door,
Yeah.
or its updated version,
Yeah.
The Next Millionaire Next Door.
The Next Millionaire Next Door.
Yeah, they're packed.
I didn't even know there was an updated version.
Yeah, it's a newer version
Okay, cool.
that came out
So they
a few years ago. Updated it for
updated for
today's times.
today's world. Yeah.
Cool.
With even more insights
Awesome.
and real life examples.
All right, so if
Exactly.
you're really serious,
If you want
to
to
get these tapes,
take your wealth building
check out the book.
journey to the next level,
Yeah.
go check out the book.
Okay.
And
And remember?
always remember,
Yeah.
the journey to financial independence
Yeah.
is a continuous one.
Yeah. It's a journey.
It's a journey.
It's not a destination.
It's not a destination.
Yeah.
It's full of twists and turns,
It's full of ups and downs.
ups and downs.
Yeah.
But with the right knowledge,
Yeah.
the right mindset,
Mindset is huge.
and a healthy dose
You got to
of
believe
determination,
Yeah, you got to believe in yourself.
you can achieve
Let
anything
me do it.
you set your mind to.
Yeah.
So you got this.
You got this.
Don't give up.
So it's like we've given you this financial toolbox
We have
filled with all the tools and strategies
all the tools you need
to build a brighter future.
to build a brighter future. Yeah.
And the best part is
Yeah.
this knowledge is available to anyone
Yeah.
who's willing to put in the effort.
It's not about
It's not about
luck.
luck or privilege.
Yeah.
It's about
It's about hard work.
making informed choices
Dedication
and developing those habits
Yeah.
that lead to
And commitment.
lasting
Yeah.
financial success.
Financial success. It's
Results.
about taking control
Take control.
of your financial
It's what
destiny
your own
and creating a life
financial future.
that's both meaningful
Yeah.
and financially secure.
Absolutely.
And on that note,
Okay.
I want to thank you all
Yeah.
for joining us
Thank you for joining us
on this deep dive
on this deep dive
into the world of millionaires.
into the world of millionaires.
We hope you learned a lot.
We hope you gained
We hope you're feeling inspired
some valuable insights. Yeah.
and are feeling inspired
To take charge
to take
of
charge
your own financial journey.
of your own financial future.
Remember,
Building wealth is a marathon,
it's a marathon,
not a sprint.
not a sprint.
And
And every step
every step you
you
take
take
in the right direction
in the right direction
brings you closer
brings you one step closer
to your goals.
to your goals.
Well-
So keep learning,
Keep growing
keep growing,
and keep striving for that financial freedom
and keep striving
that will allow you
for that financial freedom
to live a life
that will allow you
that's truly your own.
to live a life that's truly your own.
Until next time,
Until next time,
happy investing.
happy investing, everyone.